Boy, Cassius Cuvée live stream. We doing it pretty big, man. And had to play this song one time because you know that I know. We just getting it warmed up, man. Welcome everybody to the show. It's your boy Cassius Cuvée, popping crypto. Throwback, you know it's real. We live, baby. Who else won today? You feel me? All right, we already got some folks in the chat. Shout out 6 a.m. Doug. First one here, line it up quick. Got some other folks too, man. We're getting ready to jump on. We doing big things, man. Who else won today? That Fartcoin hit 450% plus, man. I know. More than a dream. You know what I mean. All right, we're going to wait till everybody to get here. 6 a.m. Doug, what's popping, man? How does it sound? Loud and clear? Is the music good? Yo. Let's go. Blockchain Cowboy in the house. We doing big things, man. Man, we caught the exact bottom. Everybody, shout out everybody who was on the stream yesterday, man. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday's stream was pretty lit. The title of it was, I Win Trades, period. And did we not live up to that today? You know what I'm saying? That's right, man. Future is great for all of us. Right on, man. Yeah, guys, man. You know, we got appreciate the feedback, so I know it's cool. You guys, man, look at this pump that we had. You know what I'm saying? This pump right here was crazy. And these are the two coins I was in, too. This is the ones we talked about, being bullish. I mean, it's crazy when you know that you're right. You know what I'm saying? We're going to wait for a few more people to get in here while this song plays out. But that Fartcoin is looking like the most bullish coin in the whole market, man. It's pretty crazy. I had to put on the song I Know. You know, it's kind of a play on words, a premonition type of deal. But I knew that Bitcoin would come back to its all-time high. I dropped that song, actually released it on CNBC when it released in February of 2022. And basically, man, it was like Bitcoin was already starting to fall. You know, people didn't necessarily know it was officially a bear market by then, but Bitcoin was already starting to fall. And I had the strength and the fortitude to say, no, I know Bitcoin is going to be coming back, you know. And that was a song I played when Bitcoin hit 100. When it first came back and hit 73K. And then when it hit 100K, I was like, I knew it. You know what I'm saying? We knew it. For those of us who believe in decentralization and decentralized finance, we knew it. Now, trading is another animal. And this is where Fartcoin comes in. Man, you guys. Okay. Shout out to the private Discord, all right? Everybody who's rocking with me in the private Discord, y'all are the best. Everybody who's in there right now got 1 year for free because they're part of the first 50. We have not cracked the 50 people just yet. We're going to be running some contests, okay? Some contests where we're going to be inviting folks. I will tell you when it starts. I got my admin in there. He's on his job, but we're going to wait till we get everything squared away, let everybody know. And then what we're going to do is going to have a contest where you have your own invite link, and whoever invites the most people, we're going to have 1 week. Then you're going to get free one-on-one consulting with me. We're going to do a Zoom, go over whatever you want to go with, whatever trader strategy you want to look at. I can tell you the nuances is really more advanced stuff than I do when I'm on the live stream, because when I'm doing the live stream, I don't really know who's going to be looking. I know some people are brand new. It's kind of a wide range of stuff. But I got to tell you, I have a lot of advanced skill sets on this, and I know that some of the traders are more advanced than other people, and I want to give them opportunity to like pick my brain on some of the specific nuances and the cracks and stuff that, you know, when I say you got to break the rules of trading, sometimes you got to know them first. I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff that you can help you break the rules. So is that cool with y'all? If you're feeling that in the chat, if you want to have a one-on-one with Cassius Cuvée, if that sounds like a good prize for a little content, just to get it warmed up, we'll eventually be doing giveaways and that kind of stuff. You know, everybody who's here now is I'm rocking with y'all tough. I'll never forget the first crew, the first people who are here, because like, trust me, when I start really advertising and promoting, this is going to get a lot bigger in the future. And I know that y'all are the real ones, and I don't ever forget who was with me from day one. So I just want to have y'all help me kind of test out these type of things. You know, we're going to be doing the contests, giveaways, you know, organizing the channel. I got some other stuff coming up I want to talk about because I want to make sure that the Discord is giving back as much as value as it possibly can. One of the things that I think, I mean, nobody really told me this. I kind of developed it on my own. I'm not saying I invented it, but the idea of certain tickers being more bullish than other tickers, right, relative to Bitcoin, and then certain tickers being more bearish. I kind of discovered that on my own. Again, I'm not saying I'm the first person ever thought of it, but the idea of organizing that, that's what I do. And in the Discord, we've got that bullish tickers, bearish tickers, and, unfortunately, there's not that many bullish tickers relative. We in this thing, man. Right on. I'm glad you joined, man. I can't even figure out how to pronounce your name. Idema. Maybe Idema. All right. Glad you're here too, man. So anyways, yeah, we're going to get right into it because what a big win today. And pat yourself on the back if you went long with me and everybody. We did the stream yesterday. I win trades, period, right? Coming off of shorts and just like going over the different things. Before bed, I was getting ready for bed and shit. I was going to bed kind of early because I've been getting up so early looking at these markets. And basically, I seen it. And I called it out in advance. I was like, man, I'm looking at this Bitcoin. Honestly, I could just read the general chat in the Discord since last night, okay? Less than 24 hours ago. And I would give you the whole late rundown. So anybody new watching this, if you're new to the Discord and you really want to see, when I tell you guys on Twitter and stuff that I really went through every step of the trade. When I went through every step of the trade in my Discord, these guys can vouch for me. Everybody who was in there in the Discord and in this chat here, it's hella steps in there when I was first thinking about, like, every single thought was on my brain about when I first see, I'm like, man, this 75, I wish I had gotten in. I'll show you guys. I wish I had gotten in. The first dip is what I said initially. This one, I did not get in here. I got in here, and look at it, man. It was just at 75, and I was talking it out loud, thinking it out loud in the Discord, and I was like, man, if this is 75, I don't see how I cannot go. And let me tell you why real quick, too. This is important. I didn't go into it too much in Discord. I did leave a screenshot, but this has been my thesis for a long time, you guys. Like, I've been preaching this for a while. The 8-hour chart on Bitcoin, okay? It's the one that gives me the clue when we're going to see a reversal in trend, like the larger trend. Like the 1 day is a little too long, and the 4 hour, other ones that are shorter are a little too short. The 8 hours seems to be the sweet spot, okay? But it always gives you, it cracks it first, and it gives you one more chance to re-enter on the retrace, okay? And that's exactly what happened. So this is Bitcoin on an 8 hour. We came down here, actually traded this up and traded it down, honestly, because this takes a long time. Like an 8 hour wave takes, like days. So this is Sunday, right? And here we are on Wednesday now, right? But, sometimes it'll go a little bit lower. Now we had this candle that did kind of go a little bit lower. And then we zoom in a little bit. We'll look at the 1 hour. And you can see that, that would have been this one. I actually did. I think I traded some of this. For sure I traded some of this and up and down, right? But this wick here, I didn't catch this one because I was driving around doing stuff. So then when I saw this, we started zooming in, it's getting later at night for me here. What time was that at exactly? 2100, right? So that's what, 9 o'clock? I was like, you guys, this is looking like I put it this way. If I believe in my theory about the 8 hour waves, I have to enter along here. It's kind of how I looked at it. And I talked about that because we didn't have a green dot here yet. You know what I'm saying? But I seen this wave coming down. This is Market Cipher B down here. And I was like, technically you could call it a bull dip. Well, kind of a bull dip. Not really a bull dip. I call that out because it's actually technically a divergence would be that this was lower in price. It was actually just a little bit higher. But same idea. The wave was smaller. I was like, if that happens. And I started seeing that wick. I saw that first wick, and I was like, if it comes down to 75K again and I don't enter, especially a psychological level like 75K, like I'll probably be kicking myself. So I did. I went in. And what happened was at that exact time, Fartcoin was Bitcoin. Like I caught the wick, right, on Fartcoin. Andrew, what's popping? I caught the wick, and Fartcoin was actually going down still a little bit. And I talked this all through. I was like, okay, I said, what's the bullish tickers? Fartcoin. I was looking at some other coins or whatever. It just ain't that many real bullish tickers. And then the other ones are kind of high risky and whatnot. And the craziest thing was that Fartcoin was still going down. I was like, bro, Fartcoin just gave me an opportunity to enter. Like, if Bitcoin goes up, why? We already knew that Fartcoin is relatively bullish, right? This was already predetermined. So if Fartcoin is relatively bullish and I'm looking for a long play, I'm going to try to enter in a couple other things besides, because you get so much more beta on the altcoins than you do on Bitcoin. But Bitcoin is your North Star. So I said, okay, boom, they're giving me a chance. Like it was delayed, right? Because that's what happens. That's kind of the whole point is Bitcoin will sometimes lead it. So then I jumped into Fartcoin and I caught a great entry. And that was when I was like, okay, let's see. I was still up. I wanted to watch a little bit, see what's going crazy. I gave a little more wiggle room on the, I only did 10x leverage on both of them. I gave a little bit more wiggle room on the stop loss. I didn't need to do 10x. I could have done 50x leverage on Bitcoin. But it doesn't really matter. What matters is more so is how big your bankroll is, right? I mean, your position, I should say. So I did one full unit, and then, Fartcoin, though, is so volatile, you don't have to do as much. Nick C, let's go. What's popping, y'all? Oh, yeah, appreciate that, 6 a.m. Doug, too. I pinned his message at the top. Smash the like button, share it, let everybody know we live, man. 453% win today. We get into it already. We jumping right into it. So I saw that Fartcoin lagging like a little bit, and I was like, bro, I got to get in. So I took the trade because I was like, I got to get some exposure, and I wrote that I got to get some exposure to the longs too. And I called it out. This is a swing trade, not a scalp. I wake up in the morning, and I'm already up, and I was like, all right, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like I just wanted to make sure. I said, look, if I survive through the night, and matter of fact, I started with what I was talking about by straight up saying, I smell a bullish bounce coming, something like that. That was what my exact words. I smell something bullish about to happen. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at it real quick. So this is the Fartcoin trade right here. I got out right when I took this. I was like, let me get out because you see a move like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? You see a move like this. Bruh, give me my money. You know what I'm saying? I got out about right. What was it? 71.99 or 72 basically. You're here. It was actually on a little bit of a pullback. I wanted to make sure. I knew I was going to be a little bit early, but it went up. It came back down a little bit. I was like, look, bruh, give me my money. Okay. My 450% that quick. I took all of it. I ended up taking half of the Bitcoin, so I'm still in the Bitcoin trade because I think if I caught a bottom, this is a genuine trend reversal. Boy, that would be nice to have a 75K bottom. Considering how, man, I caught the bottom on these trades. Look at this. Look at this, man. Like, look how low this is. Let me move this out the way. I'm talking about right. This orange line is my enter right here. You can't get it much better than that. You just can't. You can't get it better than that. So, I'll tell you something. Trading becomes a hell of a lot easier when you get a good entry. Okay. So I talked it through all morning. I kept watching. I said, man, it's hard to take my eyes off this, because I'm in this swing. And, I talked through the idea. I'm already up 50%, 100% on Fartcoin and stuff. And I'm like, man, I kind of want to take profit. If I said everything out loud that I was thinking. If this was a scalp, I'd probably already be taking profit right here when I seen this. What a nice move from here to here, Oh, no, maybe not there. It was like here to here already. I was like, what a nice move, And I saw that wick. I saw this wick. And I was like, ooh, ouch. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that wick is a tall wick is a sign. It was this year. I even said this looked like a middle finger flipping me off at the time. Looked like a thumb. I was like, if that was the height right there, 90% entry, 10% exit. I feel you, man, because you get a bad entry, then you're sweating the whole time. Every time there's a pullback, you're second guessing yourself, And the exit, shit, if you got a good entry, green is green. I mean, listen, somebody said they got out early. Maybe they took one of these trades here and had to leave for the day and probably missed all of this. It happens. But green is green, okay? Every trade ain't gonna be full. You know how many of these I've missed? Okay. I remember the guy who taught me, and bro, they had millions on the line. He was like, I've left millions on the table, but because he was good at finding this kind of stuff, and he would get out when it hit like here, and then we were, he's like, bro, every time. But it happens. Green is green. The name of the game is not losing. So if you felt that you had to get out for whatever reason, you knew you had to go drive somewhere and you didn't want to miss it and then lose all your money, I understand. But that Discord shows my whole thought process. I know it's long, I know it's a lot, but this is the best way for me to teach you in real time. And I believe the way I learn is by following the charts in real time. Because doing all this back test I'm doing right now is cool and everything like that, but it ain't nothing like when you watching it, like, what is my thought here? Okay, what could go wrong? Honestly, I'm always thinking about what could go wrong, right? Why is this doing like this? I'm seeing this large wick, but I'm also thinking out loud, like, okay, look, but this is a swing trade, right? I said it straight up. I said I don't like fighting a dot on a 10-minute. However, this is a swing trade, and a 10-minute is going to be inevitable because in order to get this big move, it ain't going straight up, right? You're going to have some things come back. The question is, so this is where also, too, this is where I drew some support and resistance lines. So I said in the morning, I woke up pretty early. I woke up at like 3:45 or something, right? So this is, 4 o'clock my time. Oh, yeah. So 4 o'clock, when I first woke up, it was about here. And I said, look, if I drew this white line, I didn't even draw the line. I can just see it, you guys. Like, it's pretty obvious to me to see in this kind of stuff. So I just drew the line so I could show the group. And I said, if it falls below this line, I'm going to be concerned. Well, 4 a.m. came. I said, as soon as I wrote that, it started dropping, right? We had a little scam wake up and drop down, right? And I was like, ugh. But I said, well, this is the advantage of having, as a matter of fact, actually, no, I forgot. I was in another ticker that I got. I was in Tau, and I got out of Tau. I got spooked out because Tau wasn't showing me that much strength. So I was cautious when this 4 a.m. hit. I said, look, man, I'm just basically got out of break even, lost like $3, whatever. Basically got out of break even. It wasn't worth $3. Obviously, I should have stayed in. But I was like, because if this goes down, I don't like it. My entry wasn't as good. You see, I didn't get down here on Tau. So I was like, you know what? It's not looking as bullish as I thought. But Fartcoin had proved to me that it was bullish. And Bitcoin was doing well. So I drew the lines of support and resistance to say, look, if it drops below this line, I'm spooked. But this is one thing we haven't talked about till this morning. That 4 a.m. candle came and flushed everything down. And the reason why is, like, technically for the stock market, the pre-market opens at 4 a.m. my time, okay? 6:30 a.m. is when the opening bell is, but the pre-market, like if you're watching Bloomberg early in the morning or CNBC, like that's when the real pre-market opens. So like if you're trading on Interactive Brokers or something, I know now they have all the 24-hour stuff, but originally like the quote-unquote pre-market starts at 4 a.m. So that's what made me not quite as scared of this candle, because I was like, that's just a quick flush. Let's see what happens. I'm still green. I was a little bit nervous because you could tell how strong this line of support is, right? It came up. It got rejected off of it. Oh, shit. Well, again, we're still waiting. This is a swing trade. It's still early in the morning. And you guys, I just had a feeling, we had multiple news days, all red. I'm like, you guys. Oh, and I also looked at this too. This right here, you guys can add this to your charts. This is the NASDAQ futures. This is how you can watch this stuff in real time. This is a little bit of alpha for you. I would add NQ1 exclamation point. You have no idea how long it took me to find this shit. Okay, no one showed me this. I don't know how I found this shit. But I was like, I need to see the future. I can't even remember what made me find this. But NQ, because I had NASDAQ and I have QQQ. There is a difference. QQQ is the NASDAQ 100, which is the top 100 stocks in NASDAQ. It's almost exactly the same, but it's not, because it's just the top 100. This is all the NASDAQ, which is like 3,000 stocks. Now, obviously, the top 100 are so heavily weighted, it controls most of this. But technically, there is a slight difference, and you'll see it if you watch them as close as I do. Now, NQ1 exclamation point is the futures. It does not exactly align, but it gives you somewhat of what's going on. So the blue is after hours. You see what I'm saying? So, or what is it? Maybe the blue is during hours, after hours? What the hell is the blue? After hours? After hours, I guess. So I don't know what the hell the blue is, because that don't make no sense. It's over here the whole time. Forget the blue. You'll know it when you see it and it's after hours. So if weird stuff starts happening, it can kind of give you a precursor of what might occur when the opening bell comes. And so I look at this sometimes. I don't bet on it, but I want to know if there's crazy price action after the, outside of trading hours. And again, I wish crypto was completely devoid from the stock market, but it's not. So I take all the information into account, So basically, we got this thing here. I was like, the stock market is not tanking. It's already tanked so much pre-market. I don't think, I just thought we were going to have a bounce today, and I was right. And I kind of knew, bro. I'm like, look, man, I'm sorry, you guys. I don't really talk the politics shit in it that much, but it's like, look, man, the tariffs are what's tanking, the stock market, obviously. All he needs to do is say something opposite, and everything's going to go in the other direction. I just had a feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like enough's enough kind of in one direction. If I'm a betting man, which I am, I'm betting long. And that's what I don't know, it clicked with me. I was hustling, bustling all day. I sat down on my bed for 1 second, and I said, I smell a long coming. And that's when I first started looking into it, Yeah, let's see what the Asia reaction is. Yep, I feel you, Andrew. So I was like, let me find a good spot. And I saw that 75K. I wasn't, I saw the strength overnight, so I wasn't scared. When we broke below this, I got a little bit nervous, but I was like, it's probably just the morning flush out. Once we got above it, again, boom, look how it held up strong. Then I started feeling pretty good. I started being less afraid, This is all pre-market, We caught the pop right at the beginning. Okay, now listen, if I was a day trader and I had $100,000 on this, someone like I probably would have taken this pop or this scam book and got my money out. I said that I don't know how many times in the Discord. I was like, man, I probably would have got out. Because we got the pop that I predicted. We got it. It wasn't that great, though. When we came down here and bounced off this line, I felt comfortable. Also, too, I was in Fartcoin. Fartcoin wasn't scaring me. Fartcoin was holding strong this whole time, so I didn't have any reason to be afraid of it. Really, all I had to do was keep watching Bitcoin. So once I did that, once since I got lucky, right? It was only a matter of time. Boom. Prediction came true. I even wrote that in the Discord, too. You guys can vouch for me. I said, it feels like, because all this sideways bullshit was happening, nothing was going on. I said, it feels like everybody's just waiting for some news to drop so the market can have a catalyst. It's exactly what I wrote in the Discord. Actually, I'm going to show you that one. That's exactly what I wrote. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. Okay? I was like, it's like literally I predicted this whole thing, man. And that's why my yesterday live stream was called I Win Trades, period. Like, I don't even know what to say no more. This shit's been hidden. Like, I'm trying to find it on here. Oh, look, I said retro. I don't know if you guys know that's from the Scooby-Doo. Retro. I said, I don't like that wick. So you see what I'm saying? I'm telling you my thoughts as we go through. As we go through it right there. You're going to try to play the short on this one or wait? I'm waiting. I'm not shorting just yet. Not yet. I'm waiting and watching. I'm long Bitcoin because I feel like that I took out half that position. Like, it's all butter now. So I'm just waiting. 75K was such a psychological line too. You got to understand, TradFi doesn't move as fast as before. Like, Bitcoin's probably got a pretty strong floor underneath it. Because what's going to happen is they rebalance and stuff. Now that it's like ETFs and shit, like, it goes below a certain number, they're going to buy more. So Bitcoin is solid, bro. Like 75K, I'm like not afraid. Even though I took profit because I believe in taking profit, I'm not afraid. It's just this is what I like to show you guys this one because we caught the pump. You see what I'm saying? And I wrote that. I said, anybody wants to take profit at 73, like, I'm not mad at you. You know what I'm saying? On Fartcoin or wherever we were in Bitcoin. Like, I'm not mad at you. We caught the move. This could come back down half of this by tomorrow. It could. You know what I'm saying? There's no rule that says it's got to go higher tomorrow, especially when this stuff is like news headline driven. All you need is one thing. He said wait for the Asian markets or one thing like that. All you need is one thing and the shit could just come on back down. So take the profit. That's okay. We caught the move, bro. Like anybody who caught this move cannot be mad. Okay? You can't be mad. So I took half out and that's all I got open right now in Bitcoin. This is the Phemex. So you see all I got is right here is one Bitcoin. It's just 10x, no big deal. But green is green. And I mean, right here when you can see, what is it, 16 up 6, bro, that's 600. I mean, excuse me, that's 66%. Like, I don't really know what to tell. Like, I'm not even trying. I'm not even taking high risk. It's been a week and a half, 2.5 weeks. You know what I'm saying? And we keep this rate up, we'll be rich. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm not even taking high risk in this account. So I'm not saying I'm infallible for sure. Bad things can happen, but like, we just gonna keep trucking at it. You know what I'm saying? And then let's see. Let me go back to I was trying to find that in the Discord here. Sorry, you guys got a little bit ADD, but my brain moves fast when I'm doing this shit. You guys can tell me to slow the hell down if you ever need to or interject a question. I'm watching the chat. I'm trying to keep my eye on it because of the fact that there's just so much stuff going on, and I can just see it so fast nowadays that I don't need to like. It's like with Steph Curry shooting a three, he doesn't pull out a protractor and shit. You know what I'm saying? He just shoots the three. He could just feel it. That's kind of where I am now with trading. I'm in the zone, man, and so that's why I'm like, I'm not really worried too much when I go in, but I'm telling you what I am worried about. Like, what is the appropriate amount of worry? Because ultimately, our job is to manage risk. That's our job. Manage risk, right? Every day, we gotta. Yep, energy is key too. I feel you, 6 a.m. We managing risk. I'm trying to be realistic. I am not selling hopium on this channel. You feel me? I'm like, okay, this is my play, and this is all the ways it could go wrong. You know what I'm saying? I want to know if I'm wrong. And also what I like about having the community, if I call out something and y'all disagree, you can call it out. My feelings ain't going to get hurt. I mean, I have my convictions, just like you have your convictions, your trade. But like, what if I overlook something? What if something, you know what I'm saying? What if you're like, yeah, Fartcoin was bullish, but now it's bearish because of look at this part of the chart. You know what I'm saying? Like, call it out. My feelings ain't hurt. I want to know. If you see something I don't see. If I disagree, we can agree to disagree. Then the market will always, the market's always right, no matter what. The market is always right. So, like, we will find out. You feel me? If anyone caught that today, I was trailing big time. Got multi FVG. Oh, fair value gap. Yeah. Fair value gap. Yep. For sure. And speaking of which, this is the Zcash. Okay. this, let me come back, when this right here, right? Like, I didn't know. Zcash is weird, bro. Look at this. Some of these tickers on my list, it's almost like I don't even want to touch them. I like the things that are in correlation with Bitcoin, but just like with more beta up or down. Some of these guys are moving on their own, man. Zcash just plays by its own set of rules. OM plays by its own set of rules. You know what I mean? It was going like, why did OM, it jumped here, but then it had a couple of these. Oh, let me move this other way. OM had a couple of these weird pumps, you know. I mean, it pumped here like everything else. But I don't like taking risk, bro. Like, we got a system. Stick to the system. It's going to limit our downside. Don't get these scam wicks to come in and killing us out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? If all I need to do is not get stopped, and I'll win long term. You know what I'm saying? None of this weird shit that happened, you know? I'm not trading this ticker. Long, short, otherwise. For what? Because, look, if we thought this was bullish, your Discord is front of the chart. Oh, it's still oh, I already moved it. You guys are delayed a little bit. Yep. Should be moved back now. Okay. If this ticker here is not, I mean, look at it. It didn't really go above over here. Whereas obviously, like all the other tickers did shoot well. This was an anomaly, I thought. See, this was an anomaly when it went up and nothing else went up. But this time it went up with everybody else. That's not an anomaly. You feel me? So that's why I'm not quick to jump in this short. But obviously, everything else shot up. And then Zcash is like, what the hell is that? You know? So that's why I'm saying, like, some of these just play by their own rules. I prefer not to trade them just because they're unpredictable. Stick with the predictable ones. You know, like, what the hell is this? Myro. Look at this. And then all the way back down. And then here we are today, and then nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's just too risky, bro. Everybody got wrecked who traded Myro. North and south. You feel me? So I don't really see the point. We got a million tickers we can choose from. Stick with the predictable ones. We got Bitcoin and then shit, Fartcoin right now. Yeah, you're still trading Bitcoin and Sol. Listen, bro, if those tickets, or if you locked in on those, bro, you stick with them, you're good. I like a little more beta, right? Obviously, I couldn't get 453% trading Bitcoin, and that's fine. That's why I got, when I want to go long, go Fartcoin. I want to go short, I'll pick Ethereum, one of these other coins, But, I mean, the whole point was also, though, the main thing, because someone was talking about, I think it was Matt called it out in the private Discord, was like the idea of having a bullish ticker versus a bearish ticker in order to give you that extra oomph. I guess he hadn't really thought of that before. That just wasn't his style or whatever, but he's like looking into it. It makes sense, and this is such an apples to apples comparison when you look at them side by side on a day like today. And did you guys see the video too? I'm putting more videos in there, some of my quick TA videos that basically break down what I'm looking at is better than just typing. And I showed you how quickly and easily on the phone app or on this app on the computer, it was so easy to tell me what was relatively bullish or bearish just by cycling through looking at this dip when it was only like this much information, because it was so easy to see what came down, what came up, and how high they came up. Right? And then it was like relative to itself, and then that difference relative to Bitcoin. And that was easy. I was like bullish, bearish, 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 bearish. You know what I'm saying? You could just go down and see. So then when the moment of truth, when the moment of truth comes and I got to pick a bullish ticker, I already know what I got. I just went through them. I showed you guys the video. You get what I'm saying? So now I didn't have to think. When I had to do Fartcoin, I didn't have to do TA. You see what I'm saying? This is what it is. I didn't have to do TA when it came time to decide if I wanted to go in on Fartcoin. I had to make a split-second decision immediately. What I want to do? I was like, I entered Bitcoin, and I even commented to you guys. I was like, man, I'm so far. I'm only looking at Bitcoin. I came back like a minute later. I don't know. It was hella quick later. I was like, fuck this, man. I went in. I need to get exposure. I didn't have to do hella TA and all this. I'm like, we already had established since yesterday that Fartcoin was the bullish ticker. So if we want to go long, we know what ticker to go to. I don't got to do all this other stuff. I seen this wick going down after Bitcoin started going up. I'm in. That's the entry version of give me my money. Like, just go for it, And it paid off. And then after this, give me my money. I'm out, after it shoots way up here. So that's, that was the overall play that happened. Man, that shit was hitting. I hope you guys won some money too. I got a couple other things I wanted to go over because I mentioned earlier, for those who just joined, we're going to be doing more contests in the Discord. So we're just getting warmed up. Shout out to my first crew here because y'all going to benefit the most. I have not really started majorly advertising my Discord, putting it a little bit on Twitter here and there and Instagram. That's pretty much it. But when I start going hard, we're going to start getting a lot more people in here, especially after the first 50. But for now, because y'all are my folks, I'm going to do some contests and stuff where I want to, just to kind of get a feel for it, test it out. And I want to call out this too. In the Discord, I have a suggestions area. So this way, because I trust y'all, if you have any ideas, you can put it in the suggestions area here on the left. There's a suggestions channel. So any ideas or whatever, or, anything comes to your mind, feel free to leave it, I can't make any promises, but at least I'll get some feedback from you guys. So please use the suggestions category. Oh, yeah, for sure. The 6 a.m. we are going to put up, bruh, I got big plans. I'm the type of guy, I like to just go small, go small, go small. Basically, it's like you aim with a pea shooter, and once you can hit it, and you can hit it 10 times out of 10, you pull out the cannon. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all helping me with that aim. And so, we're going to make the Discord real sharp. We're going to try out some games. We got contests, giveaways. I'd rather give it away to y'all, my first group, and then we start getting more people, then things will be at it. We're probably going to do an invite contest just to get started, whereas you guys all have your own invite link, and so whoever invites the most people after 1 week, then they'll get a one-on-one with me, and we can go over whatever kind of trading you guys want, Zoom one-on-ones, whatever strategies you want, nuanced, or whatever level you guys are at, I'll meet you there, and we'll go ahead and discuss it, and I could tell you my thoughts and ideas and the angle and the way we can cut corners or whatever little cheat codes I know, because I know a lot of them, and it's hard to go over them in a live stream without confusing new people, so I don't always go there because I don't want to, mislead somebody, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, we got suggestions over here. I added a new one today too. News clips. I want to talk about this because a guy I like and I trust, and he's a smart guy, and he was like, man, I don't really trust the news anymore. And I think, I don't blame you, right? I don't watch the news. Everything is a lot of partisan talk and a lot of stuff that ain't actionable, man. I'm trying to make money over here. But certain things are like market mechanics or just data. You know what I'm saying? And Caleb Silver is the editor-in-chief of Investopedia. I follow him on Instagram. I've also been on his show before on his the Investopedia podcast. He's had me on a couple times. And basically, the guy is a wealth of knowledge. So I decided, I said, look, to try to filter out all the goddamn noise, if I see something that I think is actionable news or something genuinely education help, I'm gonna screen record it or whatever and just put it in here. Let me see if you guys can you guys hear that? Obviously the stock market is sold off. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that on here. You probably can't hear it. But anyways, he just explains kind of some of his history and then how it works about big money moving, institutions moving, that kind of stuff. Maybe you guys don't need to know that, but for some newer people that don't understand it. So any clips though, I'm not going to flood this with news every day. All right. This is going to be stuff that I think is okay, more, I won't say timeless, but if someone were to see it late, it's more about how the market works and, or if maybe it is news, some stuff about if someone didn't know, they're new, they don't know why market's doing stuff, it might be about tariffs or whatever. But I'm going to have that channel there. I'm going to be making more channels as more appropriate. The other thing I was thinking about is, because obviously I blew up the damn general chat telling all my thoughts, right? Oh, yeah, you couldn't hear the guy talking. No, I appreciate the feedback. Yeah, I saw that, and I just, because I got this on the YouTube, I realized, not in the Discord. But as long as you can hear me, that's cool. In the Discord, you'll see Caleb over here. Anyways, we're going to go on. Yeah, just relevant updates, exactly. I know there's a lag between what you guys can see and what I'm talking here. So the other thing is this. We got the scalping, which is, remember, that's the alerts that are showing up over here on Market Cipher B. Well, it's not Market Cipher B. It's not Market Cipher B. They're going to be lagged a little bit because they have to be when the candle closes. But that's what these are. It's basically showing when we're bullish and bearish. That is what's showing up over here. So if you don't have charts pulled up, whatever, I get these alerts. And that's the other thing. So shout out Blockchain Cowboy because he was like, okay, I want to set up alerts for your Discord, and this is what I'm getting to. You want to set up alerts for the important stuff, right? Because if you had an alert on the general chat, you should be chirping all day and all night. You know what I'm saying? Andrew, not one for Discord. It's the Gen X and me. But I just joined the Otter Gang, first one after 4 years in crypto. But I'll join tomorrow. Oh, okay. Oh, you're not. Oh, Andrew. Yeah. Come join on in the Discord. So this is what I'm suggesting. So I'm trying to figure it out that makes the best sense for everybody, right? I get it. You're not gonna have a damn alert on the general chat because we'd be all day and all night. But pick the channels that make sense to you. So what I'm gonna do is I already have a channel here for a trader analysis. Market analysis. Oh, you can't really see it. It's off to the side. There is one here, though, underneath the general chat called Market Analysis. I don't have a hell of a lot of stuff in there because it was more like first I just put in there a video on like teaching the momentum waves for for my YouTube channel. But what I think I'm going to do is I'll use this channel for my entries and exits. So like just to call out like, okay, I decided to enter Bitcoin at 75K. So if someone has that alert on, they'll see that. And then if they want to see my thought process, they'll go to the general chat and see what I've been talking about and how I landed on it. And then if I took profit. So I'm thinking like for market analysis, it'll be like entries and exits, and then just like, maybe just a couple of sentences why, something like that. Or maybe it'll just be a screenshot or something. So you don't get hella alerts from that. You feel me? Yeah, alerts for the trades, exactly, but not alerts for every damn thing, right? So we'll do that. We'll give that a try. And you guys give me the feedback, it was too much, not enough, whatever, right? You feel me? Exactly. Okay, cool. And then but then if you want to know more, you go right up to general, and then you'll go in there and you'll see what I've been talking about. You know what I'm saying? And then you kind of figure out, okay, what channels do you want alerts, and then we won't flood the hell out of them, So that's the thing. Or we'll come up with another shit. There's also, like we said, I have Fun Zone down here. Oh, in real life posts. So I made this video. I posted this. You guys can go check it. I know you can't hear it, but you can go check it. This is from the party that I went to on that Thursday I was telling y'all about. I made this little music video for it. And let's see. That's how we ran last cycle, and it worked out great. Okay, cool. Right on, Doug. So, yeah, I'm an artist, so I had to make some. When I go out and I do some in real life stuff, I'm going to the Bitcoin conference. I got some good news on that. I'll share it with you tomorrow. I got some good news about the Bitcoin conference right before I jumped on here. I don't want to jinx them. Let me read it first, but I saw the headline. But basically, I make a lot of cool content, fun stuff. So this is in real life stuff is where you're going to get to see some of the behind the scenes Cassius Cuvée in real life, because your boy is really out there, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm really doing the do. You might see some crypto influencers that you know, your partners, your friends. Shout out Flop and Groper. He tapped in with a comment on my last video. So that's the Market Cipher crew. I got to say, man, just so you guys know, there's a lot of charlatans out there when it comes to crypto and stuff. But the reason why I like the Market Cipher crew is because pretty much everybody there, we follow the data. That doesn't necessarily mean we agree on every trade, but like nobody's selling you hopium, really. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, according to what I see, this is what I think is about to happen. And that could switch to bearish or bullish at any time based upon the data. It ain't about this coin's going to go to the moon because everyone says so. You get what I'm saying? Like I can't operate like that. I lost too much money doing that shit. So we keeping it real. So that's why I shout out Flop and Groper, Crypto Face, and everybody else in the Market Cipher crew, because I feel like, trusting the data is going to be better off no matter what strategy you use. It's better off trusting the data than it is just because Twitter told you or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody there who trades with Market Cipher and is a part of the Market Cipher fam. I do not have plans to come to Toronto, the blockchain conference. No, my only plan right now is Bitcoin conference. You feel me? But things are going to start ramping up after that. I'm getting a lot of stuff ready before then. I plan on going on tour, if you will. I'm gonna hit up all my people and start going on more YouTube channels and things like that, because I know I got a lot of alpha to give. I got this. I'm telling you, man, my strategy here with these Market Cipher B waves and the scalping strategy, and just I got a lot of game to give, man. I can't believe I hit this entry. I mean, I can believe it because I've done it before. I never had a YouTube live stream or Discord so I could show people. That's why I'm excited, because I'm like, y'all got to see my whole thought process in real time. Normally, I'm just walking around the house talking to my damn self. But now I could really show somebody like I know I'm not crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit really be hitting. So that's why I'm like, come on, man. This right here, come on, man. This, man. Oh, Doug got tickets. Right on, Doug. Oh, right on, right. Oh, and also, too, yes, of course. I got some music that I got to make. You feel me? Come on, man. I done made a theme song for everybody else. My early adopters, y'all, might get mentioned in my first song about my Discord. Like I said, I got big things planned for my Discord, you guys. This ain't just a hangout with a few buddies. This shit finna blow up. And the people who help me make it blow up are going to get rewarded as well. Basically, y'all, starting with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Invite contests and all kinds of stuff like that. But, man, we're going to have music videos, AI videos, song, all kind of shit we're going to be doing on here. Shit, if y'all can rap, man, remember, I got space on the track for y'all. If anybody want to rap on the song, the at 100K over, be swole as the Flop and Groper. Anybody want to get on that one? For sure, we got 12 bars for you. You can spit on that one. Kind of slow, so you could do fast or slow, whatever type of style you like. You feel me? So, yeah, we're going to have, look, there's more games on here that my admin, he already ready to go. I'm actually the one lagging because I got so much stuff I want to do. I just want to do it all in the right order. Because I promise you, I know how to trade. I just got to get all the other stuff popping. And then, like, we're going to start really having some fun with the giveaways and all that kind of stuff and contests. And maybe we'll do some trading contests, you know, whoever gets the biggest gains in a certain amount of time. I don't know, something like that. You know what I mean? We'll do the fun stuff. So that's why be active in the chat, you know, in the Discord. You know what I'm saying? Be active in there. And then, you know, post your wins. You can post your wins in the win category. Remember, we got the win category over here. And remember, automatically, the more times you post and the more activity you do in the Discord, you earn experience points. So there's already a tracker on you to show who's active and who's gaining experience. I don't have a goal or reward set up yet for that yet, but like there's going to be a day where I'm like, okay, I'm just going to take a snapshot. Whoever's been interacting the most is going to get this. You know what I'm saying? Like we can see, we have the experience. You feel me? So that's what that's about. Let's see. I'm going to say. In general, I really just want to say this, man. When I stick to the system, it's like I can't lose. And I think that is one of the things that has been my saving grace this whole time when it comes to trading. Slave to the system, you master the money. I'm going to say it again. If you become a slave to the system, you master the money. And slave to the system means just don't break the rules that I know, like for myself at least, that I know have kept me in good shape. Go long strength, short weakness. Those kind of rules, right? Like that's why I made out on Fartcoin, because I went long strength, short weakness. When, you know, the blue waves start going against you down here or something's not right, if you know you're scalping or you're doing your swing trade, whatever, like cut your losses. Get out. Maybe you're wrong and you missed the move and you're kicking yourself. But at least you didn't lose. And I do not trade scared. You guys see I'm ready to enter. But I trade cautiously because I don't want to lose my money. You feel me? So, yeah, I got a lot of little things like that. You know, I'd rather be rich than right. That one I didn't even think about that far in advance. I just said it, and y'all ran with it. I appreciate that because I'm like, man, like, it's okay if you're wrong as long as you had your trade set up so that you couldn't lose. So just stick to the system, man. I swear the only time I lose is when I try to do something against the rules. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there you go. Slave to the system, you master the money. Because we know why we're here. We're trying to get paid. You know what I mean? That's why the people who are here are going to win because I'm serious with it. You know, I know people like to have fun, goof off, whatever. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I like to be ridiculous too. But like when it's time to focus on this money, if you guys knew me from way back, my first song ever, it's called No Apologies. And at the end of it, I go, when I ain't ridiculous, I'm being dead serious. That's who I am in a nutshell. I almost wanted to get that put on a necklace, you know? And then I got the Bitcoin piece instead. When I ain't ridiculous, I'm being dead serious. That's me in a nutshell, you guys. You know, I like to have fun and make raps, and we gonna laugh and joke and all that other shit, talk to women and all that shit, you know? And by the way, shout out to the ladies if you're watching this. Join the Discord and the live stream next time, ladies. We're gonna have to have some special prizes to bring in the ladies, like ladies' night, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to do it big, man. I'm an in real life type of guy, so we're gonna have to bring some of the in real life stuff on to the live stream in the Discord. But I like to have a lot of fun, but when it comes time to get this money, I'm serious. Dead serious. So, like, you know, and I would hope, I would hope y'all are too, which is why, too, I got that one, like, it's a free Discord, but, like, it's this one little gatekeep that says, look, you can pay $99 a month, or you could just use my free referral link to create an account on Phemex, and then you're in. That one little thing, you guys don't see it, but I do. I see how many people get turned away. They click the Discord link, and then I get the notifications when somebody left the Discord. But what that means is they didn't want to do the Phemex thing. We don't need them. I only want real traders on here. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can't even create a free Phemex account with my link, you're not serious. You're probably going to come in here, look around, maybe troll somebody. Fuck them, man. Fuck all that. I'm looking for serious people. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate everybody who took the extra step to get in here for free because I know you're serious, you know? Even if you don't trade on Phemex, maybe you trade on Breakout Prop. You know, we got Breakout Prop right up here. Breakout Prop is legit. You know, maybe you trade on Phemex, Breakout Prop. Even if you trade somewhere else, you know what I mean? You got to still create the Phemex account so I know it's real. You feel me? That one little gatekeep. Yeah. But let me keep out the riffraff with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Got to keep out the Man, we know we got a bunch of crazies on Twitter and shit, man. Like, they can stay on Twitter. I don't need them in my group just for the numbers. I only want real ones. You feel me? Yeah, too lazy to even go the extra step. Yep, that's true. So, But y'all are some real ones, you know what I mean? So that's why I know, and I know a lot of people don't message it. Listen, I couldn't stand Discord. Now that I kind of broke it down to just focusing on one server, that kind of helped me wrap my head around it. Obviously, I had to when it was my own. So I don't blame anybody for not running straight to Discord. Like, if you're not already a Discord user, it seems like giant group chat where you get a million text messages all day long. You want to kill, you're like, that's certain things I can't see on here. But you be mad, you know what I'm saying? And so I get it, which is why I'm trying to make it user-friendly and straightforward, except for that one little gatekeep. I want the channels to make sense. I only want you to set alerts on the things that are actionable to you. If you want to join the group, the group chats, the general chat, by all means have at it. But I understand not having that, alert on. But maybe like just on the market analysis, you know what I'm saying? That those kind of things is what you have it on. I'll say when I enter and when I exit, like specifically. I mean, I'll say it in the general also, but like just to alert you. You know what I'm saying? Okay, this is what I did. Yep, that's pretty much it. So the 6 a.m. Doug, they only leave just because I guess they get on there, they see the little video of me talking, like, I don't know. They weren't serious. What can I tell you? You know what I'm saying? They get on, and then they just leave. Because there's 2 stages, I guess, technically. First, you got to do the Phemex, and then you got to just put in your credit card for the WAP, but that's free. That's a 365 days free. You don't get charged. It says that right on there. So pretty much everybody that, gets to that stage, they just do it. It's no big deal. But some people, if they just click the link, it means they were quote-unquote invited, and then they'll see that they left. And, okay, that means they didn't want to do the Phemex thing. Okay, that's fine. No problem. And I get it, too, with Phemex, too. If you're in a country that requires a VPN or something to access it, that's kind of annoying. You know what I mean? You got to figure out your way around that. But the good thing about Phemex is once you create an account, you don't need a VPN. So, you're in. Whereas other ones you do. Like on Bybit, I get, before I was a partner with Phemex, I was trading on Bybit, too. And man, one false move, the VPN gets turned off or something, like you're automatically logged out and you got to log all the way back in. That's a problem if you're really trying to do a quick trade. You know what I'm saying? If you don't remember your password, even if you do, you got to go through the 2-factor authentication, all that kind of shit. Like, bro, I'm trying to sell this trade. You know what I'm saying? So Phemex is cool. Once you're in, you're in. And then, I don't even know if you got a KYC if you use my link. You didn't hear that here. So I think you're good on that. But that was pretty much all I have for you guys today. Just tell you what's coming, contests, that kind of stuff. Stay tapped in with me. And also, too, experimenting with some other live stream times. I'm doing this a little bit earlier now, partially because I'm just so excited about my trades. I don't want to wait till 7 p.m. I just want to do 4 p.m. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to do. It says ZoomX, you always need a VPN. Yeah, always, right? Well, from X, you don't need a VPN. So, once you sign up, you're good. So that's very helpful, actually, especially if you got computer. Like me, I got multiple computers and phones, and yesterday the VPN was tripping, going on and off. You know what I'm saying? That would have been a hassle. Yeah, first time deal to my country. Yeah, okay. Yep, he's figuring it out right on 6 a.m., Doug. Yep. Also, too, I'm going to be expanding where I live stream. I mean, obviously, you guys are my YouTube audience. Appreciate that, but I'm going to try to simultaneously stream. Like if I can do it on X or the Arena or something at the same time. Eventually, I'll get to TikTok. I'll do all that stuff. I just sticking with what I know how to broadcast on right now, but we will be expanding soon because Arena just started doing live streaming. So I'll probably do it on there, Have you guys seen my Arena music video yet? I'll show you that real quick, and then we'll ride it out. Arena is kind of like Twitter, but it's built on AVAX. And I'm not real active on there right now, but maybe I will. Oh, it's 2 a.m. at 6. Doug, yeah, he's signing off. I feel you, Doug. Right on, man, for rocking with me here in the middle of the night. We're gonna ride out with this one right here. That's your boy Cassius Cuvée. If you haven't seen this video,
let's get it popping, baby.
Gotta make something like this for the
good about the Arena.
For the live stream.
What we looking at? I'm checking out the chart. The future's looking greener. Buy a ticket, we can kick it when you enter the arena with a gladiator's heart. But still a chill demeanor. Buy a ticket, we can kick it when you enter the arena. Hey, it's 2025. Got me feeling like I'm about to dance. Cuvée bottles popping out from Oakland to the south of France. I can taste the Web3 power that's in our hands. Giving them that alpha, man. Daily I be counting grand. Feeling like a champion. Ain't no game that can't be won. See me in the charts, in real life you see me having fun. Together we invest with more cheddar in your checks. It's like your new level, way better than
I'm really about that Cuvée life, y'all.
I'm done with Twitter spaces cause the rage is outrageous. Cassius Cuvée is meant for way better stages. And when I grab the mic, Shout out Will and Michelle.
Yeah, the arena to sign up, all you need to do is have your Twitter account. It automatically connects.
Streaming, feeling like I'm dreaming. Wake up in the morning just to hear the crowd screaming with the alpha I'm providing. It really ain't surprising. The spot is getting hot, it's got my ticket price rising. We ain't even hit prime. Web3 is the big time. The owners of Web2, all they do is commit crime. But haters can't fade us, persuade us, or imitate us. I do this for the greatest of the real gladiators. And when I'm on the mic, I put the game down on ya. When ballers hit the stage, they make it rain down on ya. Outsiders wanna be ya, but I can't really see it. The confetti's like an avalanche when you in the arena. Yeah, I had to check the charts. The future's looking greener. Buy a ticket, we can kick it when you enter the arena with a gladiator's heart, but still a chill demeanor. Buy a ticket, we can kick it when you enter the arena. Yeah, I had to check the charts. The future's looking greener.
If you use my referral link, you shouldn't have to KYC. And yeah, if you use my referral link, you're not supposed to have KYC until you get to like 2 or 3 million or something like that. If you got 2 or 3 million, they're gonna make you KYC. If you're having trouble with it, let me know. DM me. You can say it on Twitter. Would be the best place. You can DM me on Twitter, or you can also leave a comment under this. So I appreciate everybody who joined the stream. Share with your partners. You know, post on social media, whatever. Or if you highlight a spot you like, whatever you got, right on. I'm glad you like the song, man. The owners of Web2, all they do is commit crime. I mean, the hell, it's just always funny to me. I know there's a lot of scammers and stuff inside Web3, but you ain't going to tell me that Instagram ain't got scammers on it. You ain't going to tell me that Twitter ain't got scammers on it. What, are you kidding me? You know what I'm saying? All the people's stuff hacked. Oh, my God, you know? So, you know, it is what it is. The internet is a place. Peace, fam. Appreciate you, Doug. You hopped in nice and early, too, man. Right on, you guys. And that's all I got for you today. It's your boy, Cassius Cuvée, signing off, man. Big win today. Congratulations to everybody who went long and won there with me. Stay tapped in. We're going to do this tomorrow. Same time. I plan on doing it 4 o'clock tomorrow, guys, because it seems like more people up and active at that time. And, you know, we'll see what's up with the trades. If I got anything good tonight, we know the plan now in the Discord. So